I don't love him back. Oh no, no. What are those dojins in my life?
Oh. The music.
Strategy is also left up to the player. Everywhere you go, developments change. I'd say it's less like you are controlling yourself, but rather that you are a character in this world. I want to entice players with the melody in the battles. The protagonist gets involved in this election race, and as the story unfolds, he embarks on a journey to travel around the country and gather support. When I look back and see what is being created now, I realize it is quite a grand game. While it's a story that has several twists and leaves you wondering what happens next, the game is also really fun. And I feel that it's shaping up to be a very rewarding experience.
I'm excited. This is gonna be a day one for me. Knowing that, bro, look at this. The Persona team, bro, that worked on 3, 4, and 5. I'm already sold.
Even though it's a world where magic exists, people can't use it without help. In this world, you have to purchase a special piece of equipment to be capable of magic. Magic is a kind of power that is supposed to spring from a person's imagination, but that art has been lost over time. Now, magic has more restrictions. In other words, people have become reliant on the world's magical tools. That said, the main characters are able to transform their own bodies into weapons, which we call archetypes.
Okay, archetypes.
People are born with various heroic aspects, but these embodiments are typically never awakened. And when they are, it's not as though it was predetermined.
Look at this girl's hair.
An awakening happens by interacting with others and being inspired by their actions. For example, you might think to yourself that someone acts very much like a knight, or another person might seem like a true warrior. By making this connection, the archetype of the warrior, which has been dormant within you since birth, is awakened. That's how the system works. The game is set in a kingdom, but the king has been killed.
Yeah.
The king who is killed in the process gives way to the person who will gain popularity among the people as the next king. In modern
Yo, the
times,
anime cutscenes, I'm so excited for that shit.
Election. This is where the story starts, as this sort of election is cast on the world in the form of magic. The goal of becoming king is a classical one, but the road to that goal is full of ups
subtitles?
and downs. And I think one of the things to look forward to is the mystery of how it unfolds.
There we go.
Under this election magic, anyone can become king if he or she becomes the most popular. There will be people who make outrageous promises to gain popularity, and some pretty interesting battles and turmoil unfold.
I'm about to be like, this game is not political, by the way. Not political at all, by the way. Yo, this is super getting into politics.
The starting point of the story is that any person can become king if he or she becomes the most popular. After that, many things can happen. Those currently in power frame the election as a competition so they can display their own power, hoping to maintain the control they currently have. The protagonist gets involved in this election race, and as the story unfolds, he embarks on a journey to travel around the country and gather support. We're combining this aspect with the element of travel, which is a critical element in a fantasy.
Dude, look how
In
big
our
the
own
world!
unique Atlas approach,
Metaphor
we are trying to
finna get the
combine
Three
a very
Houses
grounded
political
and
Twitter
realistic
discourse for
travel
the next
experience
5
with
years
a more
after its
serious
release
and
curse.
mysterious main story for players
The
to
political
enjoy.
Twitter discourse? Probably.
Previously, with the Persona series, we created stories about daily school life,
School?
continuing through the first and the second semester of a school year. School life is a bit like a journey in that sense.
It is.
In the first semester, students are divided into separate classes and basically spend the rest of the school year in the same class. While not exactly once in a lifetime, there are these encounters that take place within a defined period of time before everyone parts ways. I think that school life is kind of like a microcosm of the flow of life from beginning to end.
That's true.
Journeys also have a beginning and an end. You meet and say goodbye to many people along the way. Travel is a common concept in games. And most of the time, you can travel as much as you like without any time constraints.
So there's no time constraints in this game.
Just like in our own modern lives, the time allotted for travel within the world of metaphor is limited.
Okay, wait a minute. He capping then.
Maybe you could travel for just a week or 2 weeks, or you might have only 3 days. By framing this election as a travel experience, something we've experienced in modern times, those in the running are faced with the need to travel around the country within a set amount of time.
This is the most political game ever. Wait, what's going
across
on?
the world into supporters, you have to fight a variety of battles. Basically,
So it's like we're
the
going to
idea
different
is
places so
follow
we
the
could get
main
people to vote for
storyline
us.
and enjoy how it leaves you wondering what could happen next. But in terms of the time you have between those major events,
We're
the
politicians,
strategy
yeah.
you make and the order you do things in is all left up to the player. I guess it puts you in a situation where you're playing and you're not sure what the correct answer is, but in a good way. When you've got this dungeon that you absolutely have to clear, for example, do you head straight there to get it done? Or because this dungeon looks difficult, do you make all kinds of plans to, for example, do this other quest over here first and do some leveling up and then go there? I don't know how to describe it, but you can make judgment calls as you play, where you'll consider the difficulty of each quest or the sense of danger you feel, and you'll feel a sense of accomplishment for having completed a quest based on those assessments. I think one of the main attractions of this game is that it takes the good part of the Persona series to date, which progressed on a schedule, and adapts it in a way that perfectly matches the storyline for this.
I'm about to say, so is it kind of like there's an open world aspect where you can do things specifically in different orders? Because you know how in Persona, everything is linear. It's like, you got to do this, you got to complete Kamoshida's palace, then go to the next thing. Then from there, you got to do the next thing. But then they're making it seem here that it's more open world, and then you can tackle whatever thing you want to in whatever order. But then that's why he's bringing up, like, I guess, like, if you do something first, level up, go here, sometimes it could be more rewarding if you just go to a certain location first, get that shit over with. It's going to be crazy. I don't know. I'm very interested in this game, but it's like I didn't think that this is what like the game was gonna be in terms of like okay, the king passed away. Now you're a politician, and now you're going and running with all these people that are also trying to be like the next king or queen per se. I don't know. Like now like the story's just getting like is he talking about in real life? Is this what's happening? Monka S low key?
Work. And the travel system we've created.
Like, this is getting real now. The battle system? The battle system looks great from what I saw a little bit.
As for what kind of game we are making this time, as creators involved in Persona, naturally we have included command battles, which you might say is our specialty, or our expertise. I wouldn't exactly call them a waste of time, but often battles with low-level opponents that you already know how to beat can at times feel like a hassle.
That's great.
Those parts should be quick and fun.
Yes.
There are other parts that are more deserving of the player's time.
Yes.
It could be a part of the story that leaves you wondering what happens next, or the party customization aspects, or planning your journey as you strengthen your party. We would like players to spend their time on the more interesting aspects like these.
Woo!
In order to achieve this, we decided to adopt a new battle system where we have the command battles as the base, but on top of that, we've incorporated a system where you're able to defeat enemies on the field directly if you determine that they are weaker than you.
But that's great, because then that keeps shit, going smoothly, because nothing is worse than when you're like playing a game and then you gotta still fight these low-level mobs. For example, I'm bringing Pokemon up as an example. When you going through the grass and you run into a level 2 Pidgey, when your whole party is level 99, it's annoying as shit. You're like, bro, get the fuck away from me. Like, this was such a waste of time. But instead in here, if they're low-level mobs, you could just kill them outright. And then when there's a mob that's a bit stronger or more around your level, you could then get into the transition of getting into an RPG aspect of the battle, kind of like Persona, and beat their ass.
Shoutouts to Earthbound.
Oh yeah, Earthbound does do that too. I'm not even gonna lie. That's in my opinion really good. I like that because it keeps the pacing. You know, it would suck if like we would have to go to a transition battle against like a level 5 monster when we're already level 30. It'd be stupid. It's annoying. But the way that they did that, I love that already.
It's not a separate two-part system where some enemies can only be fought in command battles or some must be defeated with action. We actually let the players judge which enemies are stronger than they are or which ones they have fought before. We were very particular about letting the player make that determination and giving players the option to choose at all times.
Okay.
This is an all-new system, so I strongly encourage you to pick it up and play with it.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Character and the art looks amazing already.
The main character wears a checkered coat, and some people said, isn't it strange that he is traveling wearing white clothes that can get dirty? I designed the protagonist with the idea that I wanted to create a character with a sense of style, prioritizing design.
I mean, I like his outfit.
Both Persona and Metaphor don't have a name for the protagonist, meaning they're the player's characters. But the context in which I designed the protagonist this time is a bit different. When I draw illustrations, there's an overall
Hulkenberg!
impression
I can't wait to
when
see
the
Hulkenberg.
protagonist comes to the forefront.
Hazeme.
How should I put it?
Got little
I
feet.
think you can sense more of the character in the eyes than before, going beyond just a self-projection. For example, the protagonist does things like riding on a sword, and there's a vehicle called a gauntlet runner. Since the setting is a new world of fantasy, we needed to borrow some new wisdom and creative energy. The original designs of the vehicles, which we call gauntlet runners, were made by Ikuto Yamashita, famous for his work on Evangelion and other productions.
Evangelion? Famous on Evangelion designs?
We decided to ask Koda Kazuma, who has been very active in works such as Nier Automata, to do the background artwork.
Nier Automata artist background artwork?
We talked in depth with them both about the themes of the game, the nature of the work, the story, and various other baselines.
Oh, I'm excited.
And the things they came up with and proposed felt very unexpected. It was very creatively stimulating for us to hear their ideas and interpretations. And piggybacking on this, I feel they provided such power and creativity to the game. I couldn't be more satisfied.
Yo, the music, I'm so excited for the music. Every time it has to do with like Persona team and the OST.
I feel that the diversity of the music is very extensive and broad in range. The theme was based on religious music, but
Not
it
political.
also needed to reflect the worldview of Metaphor. The world of Metaphor has many different tribes of people, so their faiths are as varied as they are. I took it upon myself to dig deeper and contemplate what music rooted in this idea would be like.
Come on, man. Give me a sample.
I think there is a much broader interpretation of the music since they were written in accordance with such a theme. It's not often that we've done such large-scale live recordings.
Large-scale
of
live
music at
recordings.
Atlas. So I feel that the sound is very elaborate in that regard.
They gonna go crazy
We
with the
are taking
soundtrack.
a different approach than with Persona.
Different persona approach. They're taking a different approach than Persona. So this is all new. Bro, give us a sample, please.
Naturally, The game has a lot of battles, character growth, party customization, and the everyday aspects of travel. We designed it with the intention that the player can enjoy these various elements while always keeping pacing in mind. As the work nears completion, I think it has a great deal of those elements in a very condensed form. The way it's turning out, I don't feel like there's anything quite like it out there. I
Look at
wanted
that.
to bring Metaphor ReFantazio to RPG fans around the world. I can't talk specifics yet, but I would like to bring a demo of the game to events in countries around the world.
Please.
So you can play through it for yourself.
I want to play.
So I look forward to meeting you, and I hope you will continue to support us.
Oh my God. Dude, a demo? I would love to play a demo of this. I want to play a demo. I want to hear like the battle music so bad. Like I want to see, because I hear the vocals in the battle music sometimes, it just start popping off, but we don't hear enough of it because like it cuts off because, you know, like they start showing other stuff. Oh my God, bro. I need this shit, man. I need this game. I need this game. What do the comments say? In the age of remakes, remasters, and reboots, I was just about to say that too. I'm not even gonna finish reading that. But finally, something new, something fresh. We are in this age, literally, of just remakes. People are scared to take risks and make new games. People are just saying, oh, let's just bring up shit back from 95, 2000, 2010, and let's just remake it because it's a safe bet and it's an established IP. Bro, start making new games again, bro. Okay, it's always good when developers deviate and take creative risks with new IPs, especially when it looks this good. That's what I'm saying. That's the only comment I gotta read. That's the only comment I gotta read, bro. I'm just excited because everything looks new. Everything looks different. Yes, this game is created by like the Persona team that worked on 3, 4, and 5, but it's actually great to see that it's all new monsters. I don't think like there's personas in there. It looks like it's just a whole new field of just enemies we got to fight up against. Everything is different. Yes, there are some similarities, but in terms of like, I guess like original characters, original monsters, original story, original music, it's all new. And that's what I'm excited for. That's what I'm excited for, man. That's what I'm excited for.